Who's the most badass person you've ever met? When my daughter Penny got diagnosed with leukemia at age 8, the doctors gave her 6 months. Our insurance refused coverage, calling her case terminal and not worth treating. My husband and I spent every penny we had on treatments, but nothing worked. She kept getting worse. One night at 3 a.m., after working my third straight 16-hour shift at the warehouse, I stumbled into a 24-hour diner. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely hold my coffee cup. That's when he walked in, Robert Downey Jr., wearing a plain black hoodie and looking exhausted. The place was empty except for us. He sat at the counter a few seats down, ordered black coffee, and started scrolling on his phone. I kept my head down, letting him have his privacy. But when I accidentally knocked over my mug, shattering it, I burst into tears. "Hey, you okay?" he asked, moving closer. I nodded, frantically wiping my eyes. "Sorry, just tired. Been working since 5 a.m. That's 19 hours straight. Why such long hours?" Maybe it was the exhaustion, or how genuinely concerned he sounded, but I told him everything. About Penny, about selling our house and car, about working 3 jobs while my husband worked 2, about how we were still $300,000 short for an experimental treatment in Switzerland. He listened quietly, then asked Penny's age. When I showed him a photo of her in her hospital bed, still smiling despite everything, his eyes got watery. "I have a daughter too," he said softly. "I can't imagine." He paid his bill and left shortly after. I figured that was the end of it. The next morning, my husband called me at work, screaming. The hospital had gotten a call from Penny's doctor in Switzerland. Someone had not only paid for her entire treatment, but also arranged for a private medical transport to fly us there in 2 days. When we arrived in Switzerland, there was a package waiting in Penny's hospital room. Inside was an Iron Man helmet signed, "To my fellow fighter. Stay strong, kid. Love, Tony Stark." But that wasn't even the most badass part. For the next 3 months of Penny's treatment, he quietly handled all our expenses. Housing, food, even sending care packages filled with toys and movies to keep her spirits up. He never once went public about it or asked for recognition. The real kicker? During her lowest point, when the chemo had her too weak to even lift her head, she got a video call. It was RDJ in full Iron Man costume, telling her that Jarvis had detected unusually high levels of bravery coming from her hospital room. He spent 2 hours doing improv as Tony Stark, making her laugh for the first time in weeks. When a nurse came in to give her meds, he stayed in character and started arguing with her about proper needle sterilization protocols in Stark Tower. Today, Penny is 12 and completely cancer-free. She still wears that Iron Man helmet during her monthly checkups, says it gives her superpowers.